Think back to when you were a child. Who mentored you? Each of our lives were touched by someone other than our parents who introduced us to new worlds and brought a little magic into our lives.
My name is Michelle Leonard, and I'm a match support specialist for Big Brothers Big Sisters of Utah. I monitor the matches that have been made to make sure that the child is safe and that the match is having a good experience. The goal of Big Brothers Big Sisters is to match the children we serve with professionally supported volunteers to help the children achieve their full potential.
My name is Les, and I've been a big brother with Brennan for 5 years with Big Brothers Big Sisters of Utah. I retired back in 2002 from a long-hour, high-stress job, but I always wanted to give something back to the community. Well, I looked into several different volunteer organizations, and Big Brothers Big Sisters was really on my short list because I kind of like the one-on-one mentoring aspect of it.
Big Brothers Big Sisters of Utah is the oldest, largest, and most effective youth mentoring organization in the state. Research shows that a positive relationship with a mentor will have a lasting impact on the life of a young person.
You know, I kind of started out with a list on a piece of paper. At the left side had the pros and the right side had the cons, and my first one was age. You know, I don't look like a big brother, I look like a big grandfather maybe. And how was I going to be a mentor to a young person, and what would we do together? Would he like me? Would I like him? Things like that were all on the con side. And on the pro side was I could possibly make a difference in a young child's life. And I think that outweighed all the cons on the other side. And I always thought that the more positive role models a child has, the better opportunity he has to reach his potential.
My name's Brennan, and I've been a part of Big Brothers Big Sisters for 5 years. Before I was in Big Brothers Big Sisters, I didn't have a role model, like a male role model in my life, and I needed like a male influence in my life.
Early on, Brennan kind of thought maybe a match with a big brother was all about going out and spending money and doing neat stuff. I think he kind of tested me a lot, and he would never say thank you, would never show appreciation for anything we did. And if I would go out and buy him something and expect change back, if I didn't remember about the change, he'd kind of slip it into his pocket, and that would be the end of that.
When our relationship first started, Les would give me money to go buy something. He'd go out, he'd do the gas, and he'd want me to go in and buy drinks for us. And he'd give me like a $10 bill, and it only cost like $5. And then I'd like slip $1 into my pocket and just give him like the rest of the change.
You would think a relationship would be that the big and the little get together and they both hit it off right away, and that there's always, every aspect of the child's life is improved and everybody lives happily ever after, but life doesn't necessarily follow that script. And in our case, it started out a little rough.
Before I joined Big Brothers Big Sisters, I was kind of a mean kid. I wouldn't really do that good in school. I'd get bad grades. I'd be fighting with my mom a lot.
Big Brothers Big Sisters provides support along the way so that matches can grow into lasting friendships. Most successful people say they had mentors who guided and encouraged them.
Well, I went to Big Brothers Big Sisters first, the organization, and they put a positive spin on it, saying, it takes time and keep trying, and that sometimes you don't think you're making a difference, but you really are.
Inevitably, there will be a few problems that we have to work out, and that's fine. That's normal with any relationship. This is so important to the success of our program because, like a normal relationship, there will be problems. But if we can work those out, the matches will last longer, which is going to help the children achieve their potential.
I talked to Brennan several times about my frustrations. I pretty much was at the point where I didn't feel I was making a positive impact on his life at all. I really felt at that time that I was a failure as a big brother. And I told him that. But things really didn't change. It was several weeks and still no change. And then all of a sudden there was change. And it was profound. It was like he turned into the most caring, considerate, and great kid that you could ever imagine. I think 6 months ago, there was a time when I think I gave him $10 or something to go buy something, and I expected quite a bit of change, and I had forgotten about it. Well, at the end of the evening, I went back out to the car to go home, and there was the change sitting in the center console. And it may not seem like a big deal, but it was huge to me, because then I could trust Brennan.
The volunteer will never come in and see this huge change overnight in their little, but over time, all of a sudden you turn around and you see, wow, this kid has become an amazing individual. And it didn't happen in a month or even a year, but it happened over several years. It's just small changes that make the biggest difference.
A child who is matched with a big brother or big sister for at least a year is more likely to avoid drugs and alcohol, avoid delinquent behavior, do better in school, build healthier relationships with family and friends, have good self-esteem.
I'm Megan, and I'm a little sister to Melanie. I've been with her for 7.5 years.
My name's Melanie. I've been with Big Brothers Big Sisters for the past 7.5 years. I'm big sister to Megan. When I first got involved with Big Brothers Big Sisters, I had just moved to Salt Lake and just graduated from Utah State University. And got a new job and was trying to get settled in, and was a little bored in the evenings and would like something else to do to kind of get more involved in the community.
I was a little girl living with a single mother, and I had no siblings, so I was always bored and by myself, and I wanted something to do with my time and go experience life.
Most of the littles at Big Brother Big Sister are from low-income families and are living with a single parent who is working. These children are at risk because they spend too much time alone with few, if any, adults and have a limited exposure to the world and what life has to offer.
From the very first time I met Megan, we were instant friends. She instantly was like a real sister to me, and so being matched with her really gave a little bit more purpose to my life right after college. We've been together since Megan was 10 years old, so we've done a whole wide range of different things together. When she was 10, her favorite thing that we did, the first week I think that we were matched, we were walking around downtown and she saw the glass elevator at the Shiloh Inn, and she said she wanted to ride it.
Melanie and I went to Shiloh Inn and rode the glass elevator, and I thought that was fun. Didn't take much to amuse me.
For about the next 3 weeks, we went back to the Shiloh Inn every single week and rode the glass elevator, and that was the highlight. And since then, we've done all kinds of different things.
Matches do all kinds of activities. We like to encourage things that don't cost a lot of money, going to the park, going to the library, spending time at home reading books or playing games. Of course, there are special occasions when they like to go to Lagoon or go to Boondocks. We try to encourage both the volunteer and the child to be involved in the planning of activities so that both of them feel like that what they want to do is being accomplished.
Every single one of us needs somebody to look up to and needs positive role models in our lives. And in my life was really blessed to have people around me who provided that and were those positive role models. And I think there are a lot of children out there who could use a mentor and use somebody in their life that just cares about them no matter what.
Melanie's taught me a lot with school. I probably would still be in school if it wasn't for her. I just graduated from high school. I'm working a full-time job, and my plans in the next few years is to get enrolled into college, and I want to become a vet technician because I love animals.
There's not one single person that can solve all of the needs of the children in our community, or I couldn't go out and make a difference in the lives of every child here, but I can spend time with one child, and hopefully down the line she'll turn around and do the same for someone else. Make a difference in lives one child at a time.
I've learned from Melanie that you can do anything you want to. I had a lot of opportunities I wouldn't have had if I didn't have Melanie in my life.
Most of the Big Brothers and Big Sisters will tell me that they came into the program to make a difference for a child, and they left the program having seen a huge difference in themselves, that they were kinder, that they were more thoughtful, that they've become more humble after working with these children.
You can make a positive and lasting impact and show a child all the possibilities and opportunities that are waiting for them. To be a mentor, you don't need any special skills, just an ability to listen and offer friendship, guidance, and encouragement. Who mentored you? Share what you know. Mentor a child.
I think my most memorable experience about our match was last year. I went to his school. He was doing a play, and I was walking the halls before it began, and I noticed on a bulletin board his picture. So I walked up to it, and it was like a a fake front page of a newspaper with his picture in the middle. And it was the Brennan Times. And he wrote a couple little articles on the front page and talked about Moab. What a great thing. He went with his big brother, and then he talked about boondocks. We went there and had a great time one day. And then right down at the bottom it was, who is your hero? And he said Les. And so his big, and he listed all the reasons why I was his hero. Touching moments, hard for me to express it in words, but maybe, just maybe, I did and have made a little bit of difference in his life.
My relationship with Les changed my life because like over the first year I started becoming a better kid. I'd be better at home and at school. I started getting better grades. I wasn't like so mean with my mom and my sister.
I can't even imagine my life without Megan in it. She's just as much a part of my family as my real sister and my real brothers are. I just can't even imagine life without her.
I love her with all my heart.